Russians have a saying that states, if you jump onto a newspaper, you are going to break your legs. If you have any Russian friends, you can ask them about it, and they will ensure you it is true. So today we decided to test the belief out. Can you really break your legs, or is it just a myth? We want to test it out from all the heights. Plus we want to see if the newspaper quantity would make any difference. Honestly, it was a really scary experience. The higher the platform, the harder expectations for the landing, especially when it came to the multi-layer super newspaper. The experiment was so scary and dangerous that we decided to be like real superheroes in costumes. This may sound stupid, but I've never seen a hero jumping from above and breaking his legs. Who knows, maybe this can work in real life this time. Or maybe not. And I'm sure that Pool's manager hates us so badly now. But this is what you will find out a bit later. We were filming the episode in the middle of the night, while it was empty, I mean without people, and we were extremely exhausted afterwards. The best reward for us would be if you watch the episode until the end and make the right conclusions about Russian sayings. Heads up, it was the worst filming day in my life. All stunts are performed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. This video is intended for informational purposes only. Don't try anything without a professional advisory. Hey, what's up, watercrew? My name is Jim and I'm a cliff diver. To be honest with you, I don't really believe in it, but my babushka, who is obviously Russian, always warned me before my diving practices. Jim, you have to make sure that there is no newspaper under the platform, otherwise you will break your legs. So today my friend Anton, who is also a diver, and I decided to run an extreme test to see if it's true that you can break your legs if you jump onto a newspaper that is on the surface of the water. We are going to be jumping onto two different kinds of newspapers from different platforms, and I really hope that my grandma is wrong and we won't get injured. Okay, let's fly! Because this challenge is very dangerous, Anton is going to start with just 1 meter. We got a newspaper spread and placed it on the water. Is Anton going to go through it immediately, or is it going to slow him down? Anton broke the newspaper like nothing. It got shredded into 100 tiny pieces. Although he stated it was no big difference in how the entry felt, the noise that he made during the landing is a bit terrifying. Anyways, I'm going to try to jump on it from 3 meters. Our friend Dan, who is helping us tonight, got really scared because of the noise and suggested that I bend my knees before the entry from 3 meters, in case my grandma was right. Although Anton broke the newspaper, I'm still really worried that 3 meters make it much harder during the landing. And I'm debating if I should try to break the newspaper right away or to be ready to absorb the heat with my own legs. What do you think, guys, I should do? The more I stand on 3 meters, the scarier it is getting. I really do not want to get injured. I prepared myself to break the newspaper, and let me tell you, it didn't feel like I was landing on the water. I'm glad my ankles and knees are fine. To make it a fair experiment, I think we should try the 5 meters, but I'm kinda hesitating because it can be extremely dangerous. Also, the paper breaks into so many pieces, which get mushy underwater. We start to think how to clean all this mess up once we are done with the experiment. This is going to be pain in the gut. Anton refused to come up to the 5 meters with me, so I will have to jump from here by myself. If this doesn't help science, I hope it stops you guys from doing such tests yourself. I could feel how hard the landing from 3 meters was. I still hear the noise my feet made during the entry. A very loud shout. And this is only one layer of newspaper. What if there were, let's say, 5 of them? A quick spoiler, watch until the end. I felt like I was jumping from a much higher platform than 5 meters, because the landing was so hard on my feet. It reminded me of entries from 27 meters. Very similar sensations on my heels. The paper slapped them and made that noise again. I'm gonna go deaf. There is no way I can go anywhere higher, but it still bothers me that people do believe that you can break your legs if you jump onto a newspaper. But we decided to put shoes on and try a real newspaper with many pages, so it won't get wet immediately. I hope this is not the last jump of the channel. Stop, it's not the end! Now a little bit of a superhero content. Those of you who say that one piece of paper is not a newspaper, you are absolutely right. A newspaper consists of many pages. So we decided to become superheroes and to make a super newspaper to make the story absolutely true. And I'm not trying to break my legs, I hope that people really need this knowledge. The next night, Dan, Andrew, Nico, Vladimir as a coach and I came back to the pool with a bunch of newspapers, duct tape, medical bandages. We also got our shoes with us, and to make it even more epic, superhero costumes. We do not know how this is going to end, but at least we'll have fun. We spent nearly 2 hours taping 10 newspapers together while trying not to get it wet. Not gonna lie, we were exhausted because by the time we were done, it was 4 AM on the clock. People believe that jumping onto a newspaper in the water is the same as jumping onto a concrete, so we have to wear shoes and use some tapes for the safety. The main risk of the night is to break our legs, so we have to make sure to protect our ankles and knees. Plus, 2 of the team members are going to be watching us from the pool in case we get stuck in the super newspaper underwater. We really do not know what to expect from all this, but I hope for the best. We were about to start putting the costumes on when one of the superheroes suddenly decided to quit. Luckily, the cameraman Andrew agreed to be the third superhero. Have you ever jumped from a platform before? Of course I have! And just like that, we are ready to uncover the truth of the famous Russian saying. There are 6 layers of the paper this time. And because this super newspaper is so extra, we thought we should not shy about ourselves. Watercrew, what are your suggestions for the superhero names for us? The newspaper Penetrator Man!
Oh my!
The I have never jumped from a platform before man. Superheroes, are you ready to take on the challenge? Not sure anymore. What is the challenge about? We feel like the Avengers facing the final battle. The Thanos is below and we have to get done with him. The chances are poor, but no way to step back. 5 meters high can be dangerous even for regular diving. There are so many things that could go wrong during our jump. Yet we are daring enough to see what happens. Humans' curiosity is such a powerful thing, I guess. Okay, count down now. Can you really break your legs if you jump onto a newspaper on the water surface? 3, 2, 1. Although we all could feel the heat during the landing, our legs are safe. So the myth is officially disproved, but don't try it anyway. To be honest, the hardest part of it was getting out of the water wearing those costumes. But now, why is it the worst filming day in my life? Because just look what happened to the newspaper. It has crushed into a million tiny pieces. You have no idea how long it took us to search the bottom of the pool. My eyes were so red, I thought that they were gonna fall out of my eyelids, and my ears were about to explode. And I had a train that day, so we left the pool a little bit dusty. Not a little bit. But luckily for us, a guy with an underwater vacuum showed up at 6 o'clock and finished the cleaning. So the first visitors at 7 AM didn't have to swim in a pool of mushy news. Okay, Watercrew, I really hope that we won't be kicked out of this swimming pool after the release of this video. Cheer us up by kicking the bell, and please don't do crazy stuff, better watch some other previous episodes. Write down in the comments what would you like to see next, and please don't do crazy stuff. We will do it instead of you. Take care.